Chapter 60. The Truth Laid Bare. How long will this inquiry be? Rylan asked plainly. Judge Orla had cornered him the moment he returned from the Essence Wells, firing questions before he had a chance to ask any of his own. He'd known Sanctuary's High Council might take note of him. He had simply hoped he'd be finished training his foreign recruits and back on Earth before any judge could arrive. He had not been so lucky. As long as it takes, Orla replied curtly. What else can I provide? Rylan asked calmly, hands tucked casually in his pockets, that would ease your doubts about my work here. He'd gambled by telling her the full truth without concealing anything, and he hoped his gamble would soon pay off. Frankly, Orla said, your story and your reasons for being in Sanctuary are ludicrous, and your plans exceed even the ravings of a madman. Yes, Rylan agreed. Sane men rarely accomplish anything. Orla's eyes hardened. We have several active inquiries into the Shapers. Your former organization is a thorn in Sanctuary's side. The power they are amassing runs deeper than you realize. The universe will remember who the villains are when the truth is laid bare, Rylan answered unbothered. Orla studied him carefully. This man, the former Shaper, a confirmed Soltor, held a frightening depth of knowledge. His unwavering calm in the face of political giants, military forces, and existential threats made her hair stand on end. She was grateful for the robe and the broad hat hiding her physical reactions, though she suspected he saw through them as easily as he saw through her. What would you do, Orla asked slowly, if I decided to consult with the judges assigned to the Shaper inquiries? Rylan shrugged lightly. Then I suppose we'd find out what happens together. Orla broke eye contact. That response was absurd. He was poking at powers that would make gods flinch, and he spoke as if discussing the weather. You're welcome to question my students, Rylan offered, though their understanding of Sanctuary's magic and government will be painfully clear within seconds. And how long do you intend to train them? Orla asked again. As long as it is safe and I am able. Do you have an estimate? No less than a few days, he said with a shrug. No more than half a year. Orla rolled her eyes. What might I do to encourage you to make your stay closer to days than months? You could consult the judges making inquiries into the Shapers, Rylan said. They cannot be trusted to keep my plans secret. Orla inhaled sharply. She couldn't remember the last time an inquiry frustrated her this much. Decades at least. But if he was earnest, if he was who he seemed to be, his plan could benefit Sanctuary in ways she couldn't ignore. His transparency was disturbing. The things he'd admitted would be considered high treason to the Shapers. The Council would not take them lightly. He was playing a dangerous, impossible game, and his honesty had made Orla an unwilling piece on the board. If she contacted the judges assigned to the Shaper inquiry, they might betray Rylan just to curry favor with the Shapers. Even if she trusted them, they might intervene simply to stop him from provoking a hornet's nest. Rylan was small prey, easy to strike, easy to break. If she did nothing, she would be complicit in defying the Shaper's greater designs. You are a frustrating man, Rylan, she muttered. I'm in a frustrating situation, he replied, with a grin. The Shapers, Orla hesitated. They are truly responsible for the scouring of worlds, a true Noctium. Rylan's smirk softened into something sorrowful. The small yard of Sanctuary fell away instantly. In its place, dust-blown ruins of a dead city. Orla gasped. Her wards were intact. Her mind was anchored. Her will was iron. None of it had mattered. It was pulled effortlessly through dimensional space. Before she could breathe, another world, and then another. A burned-out metropolis, a hollowed forest, a planet of ash, cities crushed to powder. Dozens of ruined worlds flicked around her like a nightmare slideshow, each flashing past with no sensation of magic, no ripple of transition, nothing she could anchor to, nothing she could hold herself with. Her mouth hung open. She couldn't close it. She didn't know what disturbed her more, the undeniable proof of the Shaper's atrocities, or how casually Rylan wielded power that should have been impossible. How? Orla finally whispered. Rylan shrugged and returned them both to Sanctuary, hands never having left his pockets. That was 30 worlds, too many to dismiss as exaggeration, even if I had dedicated myself to falsifying them. How? Orla said again, shaking. Did you use magic on me? I am warded. Wards never have been very useful against my power, Rylan said with a grin. You might be worse than a madman, Orla said, voice stern, mostly from habit, partly to hide the fear consuming her mind. Maybe, Rylan said, but sane men seldom accomplish anything. He turned and walked back into the barracks where his students waited. Orla watched him go. Only when he had vanished from sight did she allow herself to shudder.